Taxpayers are individuals or entities that, according to the provisions of tax laws and regulations, are set to carry out tax obligations, including tax collectors and certain tax cutters. In this sense, an individual can be an individual who has income above a certain limit, while the entity can be a company, cooperative, foundation, firm, or other forms of business that have tax obligations. Every citizen who has met the objective and subjective requirements as a taxpayer has a legal responsibility to register, calculate, pay, and report taxes according to the provisions. The existence of taxpayers is one of the key elements in the tax system because this is where state revenue comes from to finance various development programs and public services. Being a taxpayer not only means bearing obligations, but also having rights guaranteed by law. The first right is the right to obtain good, fast, and transparent tax services from the tax authorities. The second right is the right to obtain clear explanations or information about tax regulations and procedures. The next right is the right to object if you feel that the tax determination is not appropriate, as well as the right to appeal or lawsuit to the tax court. If the objection is not granted, taxpayers are also entitled to the protection of confidentiality of personal data and information submitted to the tax authorities. All these rights provide guarantees that the transparent and legal. On the other hand, every taxpayer has a number of obligations that must be fulfilled. The first obligation is to register to obtain a Taxpayer Identification Number or NPWP as an official identity in the tax administration. After that, the taxpayer is obliged to calculate the tax payable itself, pay the tax before maturity, and report it through the notification letter or SPT correctly, completely, and clearly. Taxpayers are also obliged to keep relevant financial documents and records as evidence in the event required by the tax authorities. In addition, if the taxpayer acts as a tax cutter or collector, such as an employer deducting employee income tax, then the obligation must be implemented in a timely manner and remitted to the state treasury. Meeting tax obligations is not only a matter of avoiding sanctions, but also a tangible contribution to nation building. In the midst of discussions about the obligations and rights of taxpayers, questions often arise about the difference between taxes and levies. Both are indeed equally levies made by the government, but have different characters. Taxes are compulsory levies that are coercive, paid by individuals or entities to the state, and used to finance government expenses in the public interest, without direct reward to the taxpayer. That is, even though we pay taxes, we do not get certain goods or services directly, but the benefits are felt together in the form of public services and development.